Hi guys, your homework tonight is to watch this video and follow along with this worksheet. You should have gotten a copy of this worksheet in class. If you did not receive a copy of this worksheet, you can go through Google Classroom and print it out. This worksheet is going to be part of your notes. We have 5 main angle properties to learn, but your homework tonight you're focusing on 3. These 3 vocabulary words you might have seen before in previous math classes. Because you guys have skipped certain math classes you might not have, so I want to make sure we're all on the same page. So if you have a highlighter or some kind of color, I do want you to go ahead and highlight these 3 vocabulary words because these 3 vocabulary words are huge. Okay? Complementary angles. They are 2 or more angles that add up to 90 degrees. So this angle addition postulate we learned, my 2 angles that were cut add up to equal my 3rd angle. But now I'm telling you my big angle in this problem is 90 degrees. So I have this little angle and I have this little angle, and when you add it up, it makes 90 degrees. I know this is 90 degrees because of this little box symbol right here. Okay? Complementary angles mean they add up to equal 90 degrees. Supplementary angles mean they're 2 or more angles that add up to 180 degrees. So if you take a look at this problem, you have a straight line, and then your angle is cut in, your line has another ray where it's making 2 angles. You have this angle here and you have this angle here. This angle right here and this angle right here add up to equal 180 degrees. They're supplementary. Now, if I were to take another ray, and I'm just going to draw this on here and go like this, that means this angle right there, this angle right there, and this angle right there make 180 degrees. Notice when I drew my arcs on that problem, it makes a semicircle. So whenever you draw arcs through your angles, if you can make that semicircle, then you know they add up to equal 180 degrees. Okay? So if we just look over here at this example, now I'm not going to define adjacent yet, but if I were to draw my arc through this angle, and then I was going to draw my arc through this angle, notice, does that make a semicircle? No, it makes like a 3/4 of a semicircle. So these 2 angles don't add up to equal 180, but do they add up to equal 90? No, because this angle right here is not 90 degrees. So this would be an example of neither. Okay? But adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are 2 angles that share a vertex and one side. Okay? So in adjacent angles, there are 2 angles that share a vertex and one side. So notice this angle here, if I highlight that one in yellow, and this other angle here, they share this vertex and they share a side in common. They're adjacent. Okay? The word adjacent, it means next to. So the 2 angles that are next to each other. Just like your next door neighbor, they're adjacent to you. It means the exact same thing. So you can also mean AKA next to. Okay? So 2 angles that are adjacent means they're next to each other. They share a vertex and one side. All right? So if I erase this and scroll down and look at these examples, let's check it out. I want to know, are these adjacent? So angle 1 and angle 2. So angle 1, angle 2, they share the same vertex and they share a side. So yes, they are adjacent. If you look at the next one, angle 3 and angle 4. Notice they do not share a vertex, so no. If I do, and I'll even write they don't share a vertex. Look at the third one. Yes or no? No, because angle 5 and angle 6, same reason. They don't share a vertex. Okay? So I want you on your own, pause this video, and I want you on your own to answer the last 2 questions right here. So it's 7 and 8 and then 9 and 10. Okay? So now if we erase this and we go back and we look at these problems, it says determine if the following angles are complementary or supplementary. Then determine the missing value. So if I look at this problem right here, I have 2 angles. I have this angle and I have this angle. Notice these two angles add up to equal 90 degrees because of that box there. So these are complementary. So if this angle right here is 60 degrees and the whole thing is 90 degrees, how do I find this angle right there? Well, 90 minus 60 equals 30 degrees. That's my missing angle. Okay. Look at the next one, complementary or supplementary. Again, drawing these arcs really help because this is going to get a little trickier. If I draw an arc through that angle and I draw another arc through that angle, notice it makes a semicircle. So, supplementary. Alright, so how do I find it? If this angle is 129 and the whole thing is 180, how do I find that angle? I do 180 minus 129, and that's going to equal 51 degrees. If you're good, flip your page. These top two problems, this one and this one, I want you to pause the video and I want you to try these ones on your own. I believe your paper looks a little bit nicer than my photocopy, but it should look like this with 61 degrees. So, pause the video, answer those two questions. When you're good to go, unpause, and we'll go over them in class next class. So I'm going to go over one of these problems. I'm going to go over this problem right here. Okay? So first thing you have to do on these problems is you have to determine whether or not it's complementary or supplementary. So if you look at this angle and you look at this angle, is it going to be complementary or supplementary? It's going to be supplementary because I can make that semicircle. Okay? I usually write an S and I circle it so my brain remembers that these two angles add up to equal 180. Alright? So when I involve algebra in this problem, I have to take these two angles and I have to set them equal to 180. So I'm going to take 4x plus 6 and I'm going to add it to 11x minus 6. This angle plus this angle equal 180. Why it equals 180? Because you told me they were supplementary. So I'm going to add these up. I have 15x equals 180. So I get x equals 12. So if I find each of these angles just for practice, every time I see x, I'm going to plug it in. So 4 times 12 is 48. 48 plus 6, 54 degrees. Over here, 11 times 12 minus 6 is 126 degrees. To make sure you got these correct, you might want to test adding these up. So 54 plus 126, sure enough, you get 180. You know you got it right. Okay. This problem over here takes, you can solve it actually in a couple of different ways. So I want you to pause this video and I want you to attempt to solve this problem right here. Alright, let's keep going. Let's check this out. It says angle A and angle B are supplementary. Find angle A and angle B. Draw a picture. So, okay, I'm going to do this example right here. So I'm going to draw supplementary angles. There we go. So angle A, we're going to call this angle A, and that's 120. Angle B is x. How do I find x? Well, 120 plus x equals 180. So what does x equal? 60 degrees. So angle B is 60 degrees. How about angle A? Angle A, 120 degrees. They already gave it to me. So pause this video, solve this problem on your own, and then when you're ready to go, press resume, and we'll do one more example together. So if I come down here and I check this out, it says angle A and angle B are complementary. Complementary means what? It means they add up to equal 90 degrees. Okay? You might not even want to put that plus sign right there. So equals 90 degrees. So angle A and angle B are what I want to find. Drawing a picture always helps. So I'm going to start out with 90 degrees. Doesn't matter what your picture looks like. And I'm going to draw this. I have angle A, I have angle B. So angle A is 80 degrees, angle B is x. So how do I find angle B? Well, I do 80 plus x, and they all together add up to equal 90. So what does x equal? 10 degrees. So angle A is 80 degrees, angle B is 10 degrees. So go ahead, finish this example 8 down here on the bottom of your page. The rest of your homework is any problem on this paper we have not done together. We will go over those problems in class if you have questions, and I hope everybody has a great day.